All right. You're welcome to tonight's session. We're waiting for others. All right. So if you can hear me clearly, can you indicate on the comment section? If you can hear me clearly, kindly indicate on the comment section. If you can hear me clearly, kindly indicate on the comment section. If you can hear me clearly, kindly indicate on the comment section. All right. We are starting right away. If you can hear me clearly, kindly indicate on the comment section. All right, you can hear me, Priscilla. All right, so we're starting right away. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. So, by my own time, it is still 7:58. In 2 minutes' time, we'll be starting. So, let's use this 2 minutes to wait for the other people. Let's use this 2 minutes to wait for people to join us so that we can start by now. It is 1 minute more. This is 7:59 by my timing. This is 7:59 by my timing. So, I'll be starting by 8 o'clock on dot. All right, Emmanuel Jeremiah, you're welcome. Wisdom, Obiao, you're welcome. Oni Priscilla, you're welcome. All right. All right. Okay. 1 minute more. 1 minute more. 1 minute more. 1 minute more. We are starting already. All right. Okay, so how to become a highly paid graphic designer in 60 days or less. Even now, you're welcome, Rita Taylor. You're welcome. You can post the link on your status. You can post the link. You can post the link on your status everywhere. Let's everyone join in. How to become a highly paid graphic designer in 60 days or less. All right, you're welcome, Mrs. Esther Odumugo. All right, so how to become a highly paid graphic designer in 60 days or less, even if you're a total newbie and you do not have a design experience at all. Right now, this session is for you if you're an experienced graphic designer. That means you know your skill, you're an expert already. This session is for you, right? And if you're a total newbie, some people come to me and ask me, how do I make money? I'm just starting up as a designer. You're welcome, Stephen Dominic, right? So some people come to me and ask me, how do I become good as a designer? So this session is for you if you're just starting up in the design industry, and this session is also for you if you are experienced, if you know the skill already, right? This session is for you. Mark Anthony Chenemelu, right? You're welcome as well. Now, before we continue, here is what you're going to discover during this workshop. Now, these are the things that I will teach you during this workshop. Number one, you will discover how you can earn 6 figures consistently as a graphic designer using my big boy designers method without depending on 2K clients and without begging anyone to hire your service. You will learn this, right? I'm talking as someone that earns more than 6 figures actually, right? So you should listen to me. Also, you will learn the 3 keys to unlocking consistent income as a graphic designer. You will learn that as well. You will learn the stumbling block. You will learn the two stumbling blocks that keeps you broke as a graphic designer, plus the counter-intuitive way of dealing with them. You're welcome, Kanji, Kamji, Joel, and Miracle. You're welcome, right? You will learn the two stumbling blocks that has kept you broke as a graphic designer, plus the counter-intuitive way of dealing with them. You're welcome, Abdullahi Adeyemi. You'll also learn how to position yourself to charge premium as a graphic designer. You will learn the three keys to unlocking consistent income as a graphic designer. You are welcome, Pius Marvelous. You are welcome, Adeyemi. Right? You will learn the three keys to unlocking consistent income as a graphic designer. Some of you, you've made money before, but it's not consistent. Some of you made 70K last year in December, but in January you made 5K. In February you made 25K. So it's not even consistent. Even the five figures you are making is not consistent. Right? You're welcome, peace. So the three keys of unlocking consistent income as a graphic designer. So if you are hearing me, kindly say it on the comment section that you are hearing me. And am I audible enough? Am I clear enough? Hope there's no distraction. Just let me know on the comment section. Now you will learn how to position yourself to charge premium as a graphic designer. Right? You will learn how to position yourself. How do you position yourself? Now, the word positioning, I first heard it in 2019 while I was still struggling as a designer. Right? I first heard it. I don't know, what does it mean to position yourself? How do you position yourself as a designer? How do you position yourself as a designer? All right. So you learn about positioning, and then I will show you a step-by-step method. I will show you a step-by-step strategy to make good money as a graphic designer. Now, this is my promise to you. I will show you like I said, I will show you a step-by-step strategy to make good money with graphic design without selling yourself cheap. A lot of you, some of the issues you have is that you sell yourself cheap a lot to your clients, right? Now, this thing that they say that we have 2K designers, we have 2K designers. Do you know that there are actually designers that accept 2K, right? Yeah, those are designers that have sold themselves cheap. Now, plus some crucial things you will need to understand. Does this sound like you? Do you think you're a skilled graphic designer, but you keep attracting low quality clients who can't afford to pay you well? Is this describing you? Do you struggle to charge well for your services? You make all the plans to name a good price, but you suddenly lose your confidence when it is time to name your price. Does that sound like you? Are you tired of being a broke graphic designer while people with less skill and experience than you are making the kind of money that you can only dream about? Have you paid for several graphic design training, but you end up not making anything meaningful out of it? Now, if this is you, you can say yes. If you stop hearing me at any point, kindly, if you if you do not hear me at any point, kindly say it on the comment section. Are you really interested in learning a really lucrative skill and the art of making money with it? You have heard of graphic design, but you are not sure it can deliver the kind of results you want, considering all you have seen about graphic designing. Does that describe you? You must avoid things like there are too many graphic designers, so graphic design is no longer lucrative. I was sharing with one of my students recently. I was telling them that there are just plenty graphic designers that are average. There are really no professional graphic designers. By the time I discussed with my clients, I got to discover that we do not have a lot of professional graphic designers. We only have crowd of people that are designers. So you might have had things like, if you do not do cheap designs, other people will steal your clients. That's not true, because there has never been a time in my life where I charge less than how much I charge. I always increase my pricing per time. Have you ever had things like you need to reduce the price of your service or always do discounts to get a lot of people to hire your service? Maybe you are even part of the people that every time you always do bonus design, because no, it's not because you actually want to do bonus design, but because that is your way of earning. You think reducing your price will help, will make people to pay you more. That's not true. So you think you have to do cheap design. You think there are many graphic designers. You think you may have to do discount every time. That's not true. Most of what you've been told about graphic design and making money with it is completely wrong. Some of you have not met people that have made a lot of money with graphic designers, as a graphic designer rather. Now, what is the real problem? The problem is that, number one, some of you lack the basic knowledge that attracts consistent six figures in the graphic design business. In fact, number one, some people, they do not even have the knowledge on how to attract six figures as a graphic designer. Now, I'm not teaching this as someone that makes six figures. I teach this as someone that makes seven figures. So, but let's even talk about six figures for now. You do not have a way of considering making, because some of you don't even see it as a business. Some of you don't know how to do this without wasting time and effort on low-level clients. I play with people. I tell people that, now let's say that in this economy you want to make 200k. If you charge 2k for all your design, that means you will do about 100 designs in a month before you make 200k. How do you want to survive this economy? The way things are getting increased, that is how you should be increasing your pricing. I work with a brand in France at the moment. I had to message them last week that the price of our services have increased. Why? Because as dollar is increasing, my own services is also increasing. But some of you are reducing your price. Some of you are looking for, I will do 15 design for you for 1.5, because you waste your time on low level clients. Now, this is one thing you need to know. Every graphic designer that makes consistent six figures every month is achieving the results because they know the secrets broke designers do not know. In this industry, it is by secret. Because there are some things, let me tell you something. If you know more than you know, if you know more than you do right now, you will charge more, you will make more money. And should I prepare your mind? This is not the session I'm having with you right now is not the kind of session people have just to sell. That people call you for a live session only to sell you. That's not the kind of session. Everything I promised at the beginning of this session to tell you, everything I will teach you. Everything I promised to teach you in this session, I will teach you everything. That does that mean I don't have anything to sell? Of course I do. Of course, I would like to coach some of you. Of course, I would like to have some of you and coach you personally. Every graphic designer that makes six figures monthly, they know the secret you don't know. You see, this thing is not even about mixing colors and doing flyers. In fact, let me tell you, it's not even about posting on Instagram. Check my Instagram page. I'm not sure I've posted there in the past many weeks. If no one show you these secrets, no matter the tactic you use, you will still be a broke designer. I can't count. Almost every day, people reach out to me that please, that I've not been making good money with my skill. There are secrets to it. Now, the secret they know is that they know how to command authority and respect. That will attract high-level clients that are willing to pay them well. If you are like most people, you know you deserve to make good money with your skill, but no matter what you do, nothing seems to work. This is exactly what you are missing. The game has changed. When we started design in 2018, you do not need to do a lot of marketing. You don't need to do a lot of things to make money because your designers were scarce. There are not many as we do right now. I tell people that the game has changed. Yeah, it has changed in 2022. So who am I? Some of you don't even know me. Some people know me here, but now I am Samuel Adegboyega. You can check me out on LinkedIn, Samuel Adegboyega. Check me out on Facebook, Samuel Adegboyega. Check me out on Instagram, Dotman Design Agency. I have about 3 accounts on Instagram anyway. Now, I am the lead designer of Dotman Design Agency. I am also the lead trainer of Dotman Design Academy, a design institute and community that has trained about 200 active graphic designers and business owners. I have worked with high-ticket clients and businesses both in Nigeria, in US, in UK, in Netherlands, and in different parts of the world. At the moment, I work with Exponential Media is in USA. I work with Jacto Precious is in Dubai. I work with Structurepreneur is in UK. Friends of Nigeria is in France. TAFFDS is in South Africa. Millionaire Creator and a host of them. For the past 5 years, I have been in the design business. I have made millions of naira actively working with high ticket clients. This year alone, this is March. At the time I'm having this session, it is March. Just March 1st, 2024. I've made millions already. This is where 90% of my design income comes from. Over the past years, I decided to start helping young Nigerians become highly successful graphic designers without wasting their precious time and effort figuring out the journey on their own. I was talking on my status yesterday. I was just talking, that one is not even general. That one is even general. It's not even for graphic designers alone. But I'm saying that right now I started helping designers, because the truth of it is that some of you, if nobody comes to help you, you will struggle with what you are doing for the next 2 years again. I want to teach you may even give up. Don't take my words for it. Here, one of my students
of Dotman Design Academy. I joined the academy about 3 years ago, and I must say it has been an interesting and exciting experience ever since. Initially, I was introduced to the basic principles and elements of designs. I must say it was quite intensive, and next I was added to the academic platform where I received proper feedback, critiques, and mentorship on my designs, and this was what instilled in me the basic principles and the elements I learned through the courses I offered. And the interesting thing about the academy is that I got added to the academic platform where I get to interact with other designers, where we grow together, and we also have live impactful sessions, which is quite impressive. Additionally, the lead tutor adds every intentionally growing designer to other design platforms, and he introduces them to other designers so as to be inspired and then to also grow further. And the lead tutor also exposes every intentionally growing designer to lucrative opportunities from his own agency or from other design agencies. And for me, this is the best part, because I have received more than 10 to 50 times my investment in graphic design, and this has boosted my graphic design career so far. If there's anyone out there looking to learn graphic design as a career, I would highly recommend Dotman Design Academy any day, anytime.
Can you see that? Now, let me make my confessions to you, because some of you think I jumped from heaven. No, I once struggled as a graphic designer too. I had my struggle. What you people are charging right now, me too, I charged it. I started learning design in 2018. When I started, I didn't have a mentor. If you remember 2018, there are no many graphic designers then. Confirm one. I didn't have any organized training. I learned the way most of you learned. You learned from different people. I didn't even join any training at all because there was no training. I was learning here and there. It took me extremely long time to earn my skill. Now, what I teach my students now within 2 months, it took me about 2 to 3 years to learn it. I had my struggles as well. To worsen the case, I was charging extremely low. As at 2021, I was charging, as at 2020 rather, yeah, 2020, January 2020, I was charging 2K, I was charging 3K per design. I was very broke. I was in Ilorin. At a point, I thought of quitting the creative industry and just get a 50K job, because so that I could take care of myself after the service year. I was frustrated and I was not making any significant. I was not making any significant progress. As a matter of truth, if you know Ilorin, me and my friends, we almost went to almost all the companies in Ilorin looking for job. So if you've been struggling to master your craft as a designer and make good money from your skill, I've been there too. It is more reason why I feel that I can teach this thing, because I knew how I grew from making 2K to making more than 1 million in a month. I have been there too. If I can come out of it, you too can, if you listen. And if you are new, you don't have to go through all of that. Everything changed for me in 2021. I decided to really crack the code of mastering my craft and making money with the skill. And I did these two things that really changed the game for me, because there's a place of mastering your craft, there's a place of the business of design. One of them is not enough, you have to have two together. I decided to get proper training and mentorship from a proven, highly paid design expert who has been in the design industry for more than 19 years. If you know this person, mention his name on the group or on the comment section. I decided to commit to implementing everything he taught me ruthlessly. After I mastered my craft, my mentor shared a secret video training with me that taught me how to charge well for my services as a graphic designer. I consumed that training voraciously and I started implementing everything he shared step by step. That was how I discovered my unique framework of attracting high-paying clients by engineering trust and authority. Authority and trust. I tell you, trust is a big thing when it comes to doing design, when it comes to doing business. And what happened next was rather unexpected. My life changed forever. I started attracting clients who were willing to pay me well for simple designs. For the first time in my life, I charged 25K for design, for a design project. And the logo I was doing 3K for, I was doing 3K for logo before, I increased to 15K, then to 25K. It happened that year. I did it for two clients who paid without complaining. After that, I increased my price again to 50K. Two clients came, I did project for them to 50K. After that, I increased my price again to 80K. After that, I increased to 120K. After that, I increased to 200K for logo projects. That's how I was increasing my price. The good part is that these clients who pay me well, they keep coming back and they keep referring me to quality clients like themselves. There was a secret I knew. There was something I knew. Over the years, I left 2K clients. Let me tell you something. When you hear people talk about 2K clients, the only way to do away with that level is to outgrow it. You will keep thinking that earning 2K is the way out of life if you do not outgrow it. And the way to outgrow it is to start, because if let's assume that you now have clients that pay you 100K for your design project, will you ever charge 2K? You have outgrown it. I have a single client that has paid me as much as 800K for a single design for design projects, rather, not a single one, for a set of design projects. I have had clients who have paid me as much as 1 million for design projects using this simple framework that I discovered. The only pathway to lasting success in this design industry is to invest in your mind. Some of you don't understand this. Let me tell you something. If you never invest in your mind, right, you will not be able to charge well comfortably. Let me Let me tell you something. Is it everybody that come to me that work with me? Of course no. Because when you want to start charging high, when you want to start charging well, you will not everybody will be able to afford you. Be able to choose your clients comfortably. Now let's assume that I do logo project for someone for 220k right now. Do I need to do 100 projects before making 500k in a month? Maybe just 2 clients or 3 clients and you're okay. Why some people are trying to work around the clock to make 200k? You only did project for 3 clients and you made 500k already. Because the only path to lasting success in this design industry is to invest in your mind. Stop jumping from training to training looking for tactics that do not work. Stop looking for shiny tactics that don't work. Stop disrespecting your expertise and charging peanuts for your experience. Start focusing on the things that would attract real clients and would pay you well. Here is why it is important. Many graphic designers have been able to bank 6 figures with my big boy designer framework. This is an easy system for ensuring you only attract the kind of clients that are willing to pay you for what you charge. Now, if you are not sure, go and search me out on LinkedIn. After this session, search out on LinkedIn, you discover the kind of clients I'm referring to. You discover the kind of people I'm talking to. You discover the kind of people I'm attracting. I want to help you to get there in 60 days or less, if you will allow me. Here's one of my students that's currently making 6 figures monthly. What did he have to say? He said, on an average, I make upward of 6 figures on a monthly basis. The real gist is that I completely do so without getting myself overworked. This is exactly what I was telling you. While some people have to do 50 designs to make 6 figures, some people will only need to do one design. Because this my student even work with me. I give him a lot of my projects. Because a lot of times I have a lot of projects that I can't do alone. I have to work with my team because it's part of my team. He said, what did he say? He said, I totally recommend DDA to anyone passionate about increasing their value, no matter about increasing their value, no matter the years they spend in the design industry. It's a decision you'll be glad that you make. So let us get into the 4 part of unleashing the big boy designers framework. Now, these are the things you will learn. 1, the 2 stumbling blocks that has kept you broke as a graphic designer and the counterintuitive way of dealing with them. Number 2, you will learn the 3 keys to unlocking consistent income as a graphic designer. These are the 3 keys. Expertise. Because if you're not an expert, how do you want to charge well? Expertise, mentorship, and community. Number 3, you will learn the little known secrets to position yourself to charge premium as a graphic designer. Your clients will gladly pay you good money if you do this right. I'm telling you, 90% of graphic designers don't know this thing. Then you will learn how to turn on the big boy designers framework in the next 60 to 90 days, even if you're just starting. These are the 2 stumbling blocks that has kept you broke as a graphic designer, plus the counterintuitive way of dealing with them. Number 1, self-doubt. You doubt yourself, and I know the reason why you doubt yourself. Number 2, lack of self-respect, and I know the reason why you lack self-respect for yourself. I will tell you why you doubt yourself. Now, here's why it is important. Authority and respect of your client is a matter of perception. It is how they see you, right? And should I tell you something? It is not earned, it must be transferred to them. I tell people that sometimes the way you onboard a new client determines how much you will charge them. Some of you disrespect yourself while onboarding new clients. See, this thing is not end. It will transfer. If your own mind is messed, that is the kind of image you project to your client. Let me tell you something. If you do not know the value if you do not know the value you are giving to your client, you won't know how much to charge. Because sometimes while a client is telling you that, oh, the price you are charging is too much, while they are talking on a price base, you are coming from the value base, and we are coming from a value base. That okay, now this project that I'm handling for you, do you know the kind of clients it will now I want to handle your brand project. It will position you in the market. It will help you to attract your target audience. While they are discussing price, you are discussing value. Why? Because I know the value I'm bringing to the table, and this is why I know the value that I'm bringing to the table is because I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. I know the skill, I'm excellent, you cannot replace me. If you doubt yourself and you do not respect yourself, you can't charge well. See, let me tell you something, nobody expects the best to be the cheapest. Write this at the back of your mind. Nobody expects the best to be the cheapest. The reason why you charge cheap, the reason why you don't charge as much as you charge is because you are not the best, or you don't know the value you are providing to your audience. Now, this is one of my students said that last month she made 172K. I'm sure at this time she's making more than that already. Now, what are the three keys to unlock an expert? Expertise. If you are not an expert, there's a limit to which you can charge. Can you still hear me clearly? Number one, expertise. Number two, mentorship. Number three, community. Here is why it is important. Nothing gives confidence like truly knowing your craft. You can't be doing poor designs and be bold enough to charge well. It's not possible. Nothing builds your mindset unapologetically, like being unapologetically good at what you do. If you do not know the value you are bringing, if you are not that good, they can't charge you. In fact, I think I forgot to show you my portfolio. I sent this portfolio to someone this week, 2 days ago. No, let me show you my portfolio, because you don't know the meaning of being an expert. Now, this is my portfolio. Don't worry about this. This is the kind of apps I have. See, exponential media is in Maryland in US, structure pillion in UK, cloud 365 in Netherlands, 102. Now, I want to show you my specialization, my design software, brand identity project. See the brand identity project I've handled. These are just the logo overview. This is one. Are you seeing? I'm talking about expertise now. Target audience, brand attributes. Now, this is a logo. This is a brand design. Now, this is another one. The first one is for a client in US. Now, this one is for a client in the UK. Can you see? Can you see? We are talking about expertise here. Expertise. Can you see? Expertise. If you are not expert at what you do, how will you charge high for it? Social media designs. How will you charge high? Are you seeing things? Nobody have seen this portfolio and not say, and this portfolio has traveled across the world. I mean, someone from UST asked for it this week. Let me handle your project. I'm sure that if you have a client that you know that we pay high, you will probably refer them to me. Of course, you see the quality of designs there, from social media designs to brand identity designs, logo designs, and all sorts. You can see the quality of work there. Can you see? Now we are talking about expertise. What value do you bring to the table? See, let me tell you something. Most time, when designers come to me and they tell me that they are not getting clients, many times I tell them that send me your best designs. I see that their designs are poor. There's no way you want to charge 15K for this single design. There's no way you want to charge 50K for a logo, for this logo design, because the logo design is poor. There are secrets you never discover on your own, and this is the place for mentorship. There are secrets you never discover on your own. I was in a cover. One of my students before used to charge like 3K for his logo, 3K like that. I told him that now you are good with your skill already. The next logo you will do, charge 30K for it. Because I allowed them to grow too. I told them that, see, this next logo you want to do, make sure that you charge 30K for it. Why? And he didn't know. He didn't know how to mention the 30K. Imagine someone that was charging 3K, 4K for logo before, and you're now telling him that the next client that is coming to his table, they should charge 30K. How will he charge 30K? But I told him some secret. I told him that when you get on this conversation, now let it be a call, don't let it be a chat. I told him, I told him, now ask this question, say this, say this, say that, mention this, mention that. Why he was afraid of mentioning that price, it was the client himself that said that, the way you are talking, me, I don't have more than 25K to charge for this, to pay for this logo. This is someone that has never charged more than maybe 3K or 4K or 5K for a logo. It is the client, because of the way he presented, because of the things that I told him, the secret I shared with him of how to present it, of how to have the conversation, of how to have the discovery session with the client. Because of the secret I told him, it was the client himself that knew, because with the way he spoke, he has increased his perception in the front of the client. There's a way to increase your perception. There's a way to make your client see you for someone that is worthy of charging the price you are calling. But this secret is not on the public, because if you go to YouTube now, you can learn how to do this, you can learn how to do that, but the secret of making money is not there. You will need someone beyond buying. Now this is the place for mentorship. Beyond buying a course, you will need someone that will show you the way. And should I tell you something, there's a place for community too, because a lot of times people come to me and say that they want to learn design. You are not in any community. Nobody is critiquing your design, and that's why you see a lot of poor designs everywhere. People post poor designs everywhere because they don't belong to a community where they can critique their design. There's a level of there are kind of design that my students cannot post in the public. Why? Because I would have critiqued them. That's what we do in our community. We critique design. We have sessions. I invite people that have been in the industry for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 17 years. They have long rope of experience they can share. That's the place for community. And I'm not even talking about a kind of community where there is no structure. Our own is because you pay to even join it. So I mean, because you have to be part of because you have to be part of DDA to be part of the community. So it's a structured one. And let me just success is not a no ranger. You need a company of people that will motivate you and challenge you. You can grow with. Now, this is the place of community. This is one of my students. He said that, thank you for the group you asked us to join back then. I am glad I enrolled for the design academy. You linked me to the group for me to receive the design project. You enlarged my mindset on building my client. I just got a job from that group, 6 figures, first of its kind. I am ready to get serious with my design skills. Thank you. Now, this is one of my students. This is the place for men. This is the place for community. I led him to this community, and imagine how much did he pay? See, he made the 6 figures at once. Now I have one of my mentors. Did he said something on mentorship? Because a lot of people
Mentorship in the terms of spiritual fatherism. And then the next people who do mentorship a lot is political people, God fatherism. Business people don't know that it's important. Why? Because everything can be taught. That's what we have in the Igbo South. So Igbo people multiply entrepreneurs like wildfire. That's what Alaba is about. And that's what we're talking about. What I'm saying is that anything you want to know, you can be taught. All skills are taught. All informations are taught. This wisdom will let you know that continuous learning is no longer an option if you want to continually profit.
do you understand that? Now that's the place of mentorship. Some of you don't know that. Some of you don't know that you need mentorship in the business. That's why if you're Igbo here, if you come from the Igbo tribe here, that is what makes Alaba market. That is the secret that Igbo people know, that they are successful with their business. They understand the place of mentorship. But some of you want to become a good designer that make 5 figures, that make 6 figures, that make 7 figures, and there is no mentorship. Nobody teach you any secrets. You think that what you know in your head is enough to make you make 6 figures consistently, 7 figures consistently. It's not possible. That's the place for mentorship. Now let me now tell you the little known secrets to position yourself to charge premium as a graphic designer. If you do what I'm about to share with you, your client will gladly pay you good money. Now, this is the secret. Don't sell your design service. Sell your client, go to them. I tell people that when a client come to you and they say that they need a design, what they need is not really the design. There's something they need the design for. For example, now someone to make a class, someone to sell a product. Then they come to you for a design. You will think that it's the design that they need. It's not the design that they need. That product, they want to sell it. That's the reason why they came for that design. Because the best way to move authority and respect of your ideal client is to show them how much you understand them and their business needs. This is the reason why someone cannot just come to you and say that I want to make a logo for a pure water company. And you just say, okay, what is the name of the brand? And they tell you the name of the brand, and you go there and you just go and do something that is generic for them. Why? Because you don't even understand their business need. You do not ask the right question. You do not know why they need it. Let me tell you something. I had an experience in, which year was that? I think about 2 years ago. A client came to me, said he wants to make a logo for a cybersecurity company in UK. The name of the brand is Cybergate in UK. Now, the last person that did logo for this person, he did it for 10K. Now, he came to me, he said, I need a logo. I charged him 120K for the logo. Do you know why? Someone that did a previous logo for 10K and someone is calling 120K for him right now. What is the difference? I got to understand the business need and address the business need, because sometimes they need the logo for something. Correct, Emmanuel Grace, right? Sometimes they need the logo for something. So you just add the name of the brand and then you jump on your system to go and do a logo for them. How do you expect them to respect you? Do you even understand their need? Do you understand their target audience, their positioning? Why do they need the logo? Why do they want it to be like this? You do not understand that, because if you do this, they rather pay you more than hire a random designer that does not have the same effect on them. Short gist, the client paid that 120K, right? He added 10K to it as extra. Till today, the client still works with me. Till today, the client still works with me. Why? Are there no other designers? Of course there are. Now, this is based on mentorship. Thank you for the mentorship and the privilege to learn from and the privilege of everyone to learn from others in the academy. It is not because I don't know about design before I met Dotman last year. It's not because I've not purchased graphic design course before I met Dotman, but there's a difference between getting a course on a skill and being mentored on a particular skill. Don't just get a design course. Don't just get a digital skill course that won't offer you mentorship package. That's the truth. Because these are the things that you don't know. You think that you can figure it out yourself. The secrets are not in the public. This thing that I'm telling you right now, if you view my status, I don't share it there. How to turn the big boy designer framework in the next 60 to 90 days, even if you are just starting your design career today. Number one, on your skill. You cannot joke about that. On your skill. Number two, get proper mentorship. Number three, join a community of people who are where you want to be, are on the journey with you. Some of you are low rangers. No, you are not accountable to anybody with your skill. There's nobody you can ask very serious question. There's nobody that I can jump on a call with. Sometimes my students, they want to have a conversation with a client. Sometimes my students, they want to attend an interview and then they tell me, I have an interview tomorrow to attend with a brand that wants me to work with them. Then I start asking them questions. I start telling them what to do. But you don't have a mentor. You're not part of any. You don't have someone that has been in the industry for years that can show you the way. You just attend interview anyhow. I tell them what to do. Search for this. Learn this about them. This is the question they can ask you. This is the answer to it. This is how to position yourself. This is how to answer. Number one, on your skill, get mentorship, and join a community of people who are willing to be, who are where you want to be, or they are on the journey with you. Now, this is why it is important. Everything I shared with you today will not work until you take action, real-time action. Get deeper in learning the skill. Let someone who know the way show you the way. If you do not get, if you're on the like I said, there are crop of designers everywhere that are not deep, that are not professional. They just know it on the surface level because they do not. And you know something? Do you know the problem? Sometimes you don't know that your designs are poor. I know someone on LinkedIn. Her designs are very poor, but whenever she posts, People will start hailing now. People will be hailing now because we're actually part of a kind of we're actually doing something together. So people will be hailing now. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I think it is just Asema that said that when people clap for you, don't just be excited. Check, what are people clapping for you? Are they experts? So some of you don't even know that your designs are poor. Number, you need to get deep in learning the skill and let someone who knows the game show you the way. Now, this is one of my students. Going through DDA provides not just the technical design knowledge needed to create functional and aesthetic design, it also cater for the very reason it also cater to the very reason for the knowledge why the knowledge was sought initially, which is the financial reward. So Daughter Design Academy does not just teach you, it actually does not just teach you design, but also the major reason why you learn it show you. Time out. Wow, I've been talking for the past 40 minutes, about 45 minutes I've been talking. Did you get value from this training? Did I cover up everything I promised you? Everything I said I will teach you at the beginning, did I cover up all of them? Did I cover everything? Do you believe that implementing the Big Boy Designers framework in your business can really help you to hit your consistency figures as a graphic designer? But how will you implement all this in your own to start getting results in the next 60 to 90 days? Let me tell you something. It took me 3 solid years of beating around the bush, wasting time, effort, and money before I got here. If you go from here right now to just run with this, it might take you another 1 or 2 years to figure it out. In fact, as a matter of truth, you may not, in fact, if you are like most people, you most likely don't have the luxury of time to waste another 1 year trying to pieces it all together by yourself. Oh, very good. You probably have wasted your time buying several 2K courses from people who only make money from design by selling 2K courses to you, because even their skill level is too low to attract opportunities to make this design money. Let me tell you something. There are people that are making this design money, and I'm one of the few of them. You may also not be able to afford one of the 3 things you need. For let me tell you something. The mentorship of my oga that I was talking about, his name is Mr. Tolalabi. He doesn't even do design again. It costs right now, it costs about 100K to access his mentorship. Yes, it costs 100K to access mentorship. Now, you will not be able to even afford it. This is outside several other training that I took to take my skill to the world class level. And you know something? What differentiates me from you is that beyond design, right? I attend business meeting a lot. I think by March 23, I'll be in Port Harcourt for an event. I've attended this. I've attended 1 day events that I paid 25K. I've attended 1 day event that I paid 70K. If you know John Obidi, you know the kind of person I'm talking about. I attend events that I pay a lot of money. John Obidi's event I attended in Lagos night school, it was 70K. I've attended his 1 day event, which was I think a weekend event, which was 50K. Yes, because what I understand that beyond the design knowledge, I need to understand the knowledge of business, right? I need to understand the business of design too. You likely have not seen, or you likely have seen others use this thing that I explained to you to make good money. In fact, if you are asked to recommend a very good designer tonight, you will most likely recommend me. Yes or yes? Of course, it's getting more interesting. So Esther said, sure, of course. So clearly, what I've been showing you works. What I've been showing you is the exact system I've personally used to transform my life and that of my students that have shared their testimonies with you. My students even had it easier because they had me as their guide. Sometimes when my students are charging low, I tell them, come on, you're charging too low already. Increase your price. Increase your price to this. Increase your price to this. Learn this. Learn this. Learn this. working with a brand in the UK, I recommended him because if in fact if you follow, there's someone that works with a brand identity agency in Ilorin right now. I recommended him. If you been following my status, you know that brands come to me to even ask for graphic designers, and I just recommend people that I know to them. Of course, I consider my students first. Of course. ah, what if I give you access to something that can help you implement all of this in your business in the next 60 to 90 days? So that you don't waste so much time trying to figure it out on your own. So that you can achieve the important 3 things you need to get it done all in one place. All in one place. So that you can start finally making that 6 figures that you're dreaming about. Here is how we do it. I'm introducing something to you right now. Dotman Design Academy. The 3-in-1. The expertise to learn it and be expert, you get it there. The mentorship, I'm there. The community is there. All 3-in-1. I'm not going to get all IP. You have listened to me already. You have heard my story. You know what I'm saying can help you. Inside Dotman Design Academy, these are the things you will get. You will get my design ethics training. The design ethics. This will help you. This will now, so that you can understand the mindset and discipline of highly effective designers. This will separate you from those that will get frustrated. My 6-figure design inspiration mini course. How do you source for inspiration? Because let me tell you something. You cannot do a better design more than how inspired you are. But there's a way to be inspired. The difference between quality design and poor design is the inspiration behind them. That's the truth. Some of you don't know how to source for inspiration. And that's why your designs are poor. Sometimes when someone sends a poor design to me, I ask them, where do you source the information from? I know something. I don't offer these things to everybody. That's the problem. I offer it to my students alone. Dotman Design Academy. That's my consecration. So some people enter my DM and tell me that, and they send their design to me. I check them. Are you part of the DD? If I'm not part of them, how do you want me to critique kick? I don't have all the time. It's I'm busy with work. I also want to make some figures. Now, font psychology training. You must understand fonts. You must understand the science behind font and how to use them right. I have a class on it. Now, all these things that I'm telling you, they are classes. I have class on how to be inspired. I have class, in fact, how to be inspired, right? I have a folder in DDA, right, that has about 300 designs. On all of them are excellent. I gathered them together. So that by feeding your eyes on them, you can do a better design. Font psychology, I have a class on that. Now, can you see the worth of those classes? Some of them worth 20K, some of them worth 15K. Color psychology, I have a class on color psychology. In fact, it's not just one class, about 3 classes on color psychology. Because sometimes when I see your design, the problem is that you don't even understand color combination. Some of you know that you don't understand the color combination, right? Yes. Design principles. So that I can master the art of coming with professional design every single time. Flyer design mastery. So that you can master how to create functional flyer design that attract your right audience. Flyer design is one of the fastest way of making money as a graphic designer. Very simple. 15K, yeah, 15K, yeah, 5K, 15K, 10K, 20K, and if you now meet an international client that pay you $30, $40, convert that money to naira and see what it is. Today, I've made a withdrawal of $150. Nitty-gritty of mock-up. So you can this I don't like to call it mock-up because people have now bastardized it. All these things, people do all this wall mock-up. They put this thing, they put it on the wall. They do a salon, they put it on the wall mock-up. That thing is rubbish. You need to learn how to use mock-up. These things are not even called mock-up, they are called design applications. They are the ways of applying the design. When you do a design and you want to apply it in how it will look like in the real life, this is when we use mock-up, not just anyhow. Some of you use mock-up anyhow. Now the training on that is a class anyway. It's valid for 10K on its own. Photoshop training. Photoshop training. I have a whole session, I have a whole training sessions and practical sessions on Photoshop if you are using your system. Corel Draw training and practical sessions. Now this one is even valid 20K. The Photoshop is valid for 20K in itself. Phone design. Some people ask me, I do not have a laptop yet. Can I make good money with phone? Yes. Many of my students, they use their phone to make the money that they use to buy the laptop they are using right now. Logo design mastery, so that you can understand this money spinner aspect of design. Let me tell you something. Logo is my favorite way of making money. Is my favorite way, because I can spend some hours to come up with good logo and I charge them well. Brand identity design. This one is huge. The reason why I love this one is because you can charge any amount for it, depending on your target audience. Some of my students come and ask me, how much should I charge? There are questions to how much to charge. Imagine if you become very good designer who knows his onion. Imagine the kind of respect you will command with your client. Imagine knowing your client cannot easily replace you because you are far better than an average designers out there. Imagine clients with money referring you to themselves without even asking for referral. Now, this is something you should understand with client referral. See, if you do designs for 2K clients, if they will refer you, the people around them are 2K clients, so they refer you to themselves. Let me tell you something. The rich, they work together. The broke, they work together. So if you do work for a project, now I have a client in the UK, right? I have a client in the UK. The project I did for her, I do project of about 80K for her. Now, after the project I did for her, right, I've done project for a lot. Okay, the first one I did for her was like, the logo project was 50K. I increased it to 80K for her. That was maybe around 2021, right? Now, I'm telling you the truth. She has referred me to about, let me say, about 8 clients, if I'm not mistaken. She has referred me to about 8 clients, and they keep paying me the same amount of money. As a matter of truth, during her last birthday, I sent her a frame, a handwriting drawing pencil of her, a pencil drawing of her. I sent to her in the UK. Now, this is the ultimate game changer. I will also give you access to my special training on business of design. Now, this one I did a whole training on business of design. Some of you don't understand business of design. You don't know that design is a business. Where I break down the money code in design, everything I do in my business that produce the money I reveal here. This knowledge alone will put you ahead of 90% of graphic designers in Nigeria right now. I told that I sent a gift to UK to my client. If the money I've collected from her cannot have now these are some of the secrets in the business of design. I will show you how to build a sustainable brand as a 6 figures graphic designer. I will show you how to acquire quality clients. I have 3 channels. I have about 4 ways through which you can acquire clients. Inbound marketing, outbound marketing. I mean, don't worry. I broke them down. How to build authority and trust in the online space. You will learn it. How to create a highly attractive design portfolio. You saw my portfolio. I'm sure that is the best portfolio you have ever seen before. I'm sure. How to get people to refer you to quality clients for free. Now, the business of design training alone value 100K. That one alone value 100K. I can tell you that one for free. I will also give you access to my community, where you will access over 170 graphic designers like you. In fact, I think you're about 180 or about 200 right now. You're very good designers. Now, this is not one of the random groups you join. No, this one, there's accountability. There are leaders there. They can help you to critique your design. They can show you. They can come with your questions. You can reach out to me yourself. I will give you access to my design critiquing sessions. This is how I critique designs. I will give you access to design meetups. By next week, I'll be inviting one of my students that makes a lot of money from Fiverr. The person will come and teach us there. Yes, I invite 7-figure designers, my friends, to come and have meetups with us, to learn from different perspectives, from people that are doing it well. How does it work? Step 1, go through the trainings to gain mastery of the skill. I've said this again and again. There's a place for mastery. Number 2, join the community to access quality mentorship and support as you build your skill. Number 3, start implementing the lessons in the business of design and start landing clients. Join the community to access quality mentorship and support as you build your skill. Now, the DDA, Dustman Design Academy, becomes the secret weapon for exponential growth, while every other person keep wondering about how fast you are growing and they are not growing. You get all the training you need to become an expert. I tell people that you will get all the practical, proven to work insights you need to start attracting high-paying clients from someone who is doing it effortlessly. For some of us, even if we don't have new clients tomorrow, but our income is still constant. But you know something? There are new clients almost every time. You get access to my mentorship and my years of wealth of experience to keep improving on your skill. I have wealth of experience already in the industry, not just with the design skill, but also in the business of design. I'm someone that some of my students, they want to send email to their clients. They'll reach out to me. I tell them, all right, send email to me. I will check them out. Okay, this mail that you want to send to your client, all right, correct this, correct this, correct this. If you put this, it will make them to perceive you in a way. No, but you need to position yourself this way with this word. Put it there. Now, send it to them. Get access to my active community of that designers where you can run to for all the support you need. Some of you have been stranded as a designer. There's nowhere you can run to, but get access to my active community. All the support you need is there. Some of them have over 3 years of design experience already, of actually coming out with great design and making good money in the industry. In fact, I invited one of my students to teach on design laws of the land, the things to use, the things not to use, the fonts to use, because there's some font that they have license. There are some things because you don't want to make money in design and they sue you to court because you are using a material that has a copyright on it. I invited one of my students for that session, but it gets better. You also have access to my design resources, books, background, PNG image. I mean, everything. You have access to everything you need is here. Everything you need. Inside, you find ebooks that can help you grow more in the design world. Background templates, hundreds of PNG model images, access to paid mockups. Paid mockups that are paid, you have access to them here for free. How much do you need to join the Dustman Design Academy? Ask yourself, how much do you need? How much does this thing worth? If I charge you for 200k for this thing, it's worth it more and even more than that. Normally, this will easily cost nothing less than 100k if you were to get all of this separately. Aside the time and effort you will waste to figure a lot of things on your own. Consider everything you are getting here 100k. 100k is still a big steal for you. It's still even if I charge 100k for all of this, it is still a big steal. But because you are here, you have watched this session, you are getting access to DDA, Dustman Design Academy. You are getting access to my mentorship. You are getting access to my community, plus all my design resources, just for 25k. That's a big steal, just for 25k. Best guarantee ever. Best guarantee ever. I 100% stand behind Dustman Design Academy. If you are unhappy for any reason whatsoever, let me know within 30 days and we'll give you a full refund. Hear what other people are saying about Dustman Design Academy.
Design Academy has been an absolute game changer for my career. As someone who had passion for graphic design, I lacked the much needed skills and experience, knowledge to take me to the next level of my career. Dortmund Design Academy provides you with that opportunity to brush up on your graphic design skill. It teaches color, typography, fundamentals of designs, alignment, all sorts. Also teaches you how to make money using your graphic design skills. So what are you waiting for? Come and join me in Dortmund Design Academy.
Can you see that? Now, this is one of my students. Being in the community provides the enabling environment for growth. No matter your level as a creative, you progressively experience significant betterment in the quality of your work and by extension the quality of your finance. Oh yes, value attracts money. Going through DDA is sure to increase your value. Making money, and I mean good money, is one of the sweet benefits of investing in yourself. Some of you have never invested in yourself before. This should be the only quality investment that you make right now. This is one of my students. Personally, thank you so much for this. I deeply appreciate it. Joining DDA is one of the best decisions I have taken so far in my life. God bless you, Sir Dotman. I seriously have you in mind, Sir Dotman. I owe you a lot. This is one of my students. Now again, this is everything you have access to: the ethic training, the inspiration, how to source for inspiration, font psychology, color psychology, design principles, flat design mastery, access to paid mockup, of course, nitty of mockup, how to use mockup, Photoshop training and practical sessions, correct draw training, phone design mastery, logo design mastery, brand identity design, business of design, mentorship community, design critiquing, design meetup. See all the prices, see the values. Total value for everything here costs 600k, but today's discount is 25,000. You will get all of this in 25,000. If not now, when? When will you finally be able? When will you finally be able to live your dream as a highly paid graphic designer without when will you finally stop charging 2k and start attracting high quality clients? When will you finally take this action? Make your decision. Sign up for this limited time offer. It's a special offer for you. This offer is only good until 7 days from now. After that, I will split up everything you are getting in this package and sell them as individual training at their real value. It's time to make your decision and take a leap forward. Join Dotman Design Academy here. You can make your payments right now. Do you have any question? Any question at all? Any question at all? Share with me. Do you have any question? If you have any question, type it out on the comment section. I'm right there with you. If you have any question, this is the time. This is 108. I said we'll spend just 1 hour. This is 108. Let's use the next 2 minutes to answer questions. If you have any question, use the comment section. This session must not be more than 1 hour 10 minutes. That's all. We spent 1 hour 8 minutes already. Can we pay in part for the academy like twice or thrice before we can join? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Get into my DM right now and secure your slot by making your first payment, so that even if there is any increase in the price, it will not affect you. This design academy started with, I think, 5k. From 5k it increased to 8k, it increased to 10k, it increased to 12k, increased to 14k, increased to 15k, increased to 20k. It's now 25k. It can increase, but if you make your payment, if you make your first payment, you have secured your slot already. This 25k price lasts for the next 7 days. Yes. All right. Now this will change your life totally. If you have other questions, please, we have 1 minute more. We have 1 minute more. If you have other questions, kindly type it out. I want to answer all your questions. If you have other questions, type it out in the comment section. I want to answer your questions. Let me tell you something. After you make this worthy investment in your life, even when you charge 50k, even when you mention 50k to your client, you will. Do I need to check? No, you don't need it. Someone is asking that do you need to have a PC before joining? Of course, no. I said it already. If you have a phone that you're using to join this session, is enough. You have we have all this training too for phone designs. You learn it with design, make money with your phone, then you use the money to buy your laptop. No. You don't need to get your PC, right? So, do you have any question? This is 1 hour 10 minutes already. If you have any question, kindly hit me up. Let me know. Any question, any question, any question, any question. All right. Type in your question ASAP. Don't delay us. I'm almost done here. You can make your payment already. What's your question? Type it out. Emmanuel Jeremiah. All right. Will this training be? No. It's not physical. It's not physical. It's online. It's not physical. You will learn it at your pace. You will learn it at your pace. Nobody. I mean, you don't have to wait for anybody. We are not waiting for anybody. You learn it at your pace. You can enter my DM. This session is for trading. If the person that is asking me how much I charge for the music art cover, enter my DM. I will tell you. That one is purely business. So the training is not physical. You have access to me. Anyway, if I'm in your city, we can meet. But the training is not physical. The training is not physical, but I mean we can meet anytime, right? Paying separately for the mentorship, right? So the person that is asking that if you're that what is the cost for the mentorship cost alone? I mean, you are not paying separately for it. You are not paying separately for the mentorship. You are not paying separately for the mentorship. It's part of the package. As much as as far as as soon as you pay your 25,000, you have my training, you have the mentorship, you have the community, all of them. Now, if you think you don't need any of this thing at all, you just want to have a one-on-one session with me. Just one-on-one session, an hour is 10K. I have people like that that said, oh, I just want to have a one-on-one session with you, a live session with you. It's a discounted price. Don't try to price me at all. It's a discount price. If you want to have it for 3 days, it's 10K. Just for 1 hour, right? Just for one day, 10K. 3 days, 10K. That is 30K. So that is if you think that you don't want to join the academy, just want to have a one-on-one session with me. That, right? But the 25,000 has a lot, as it encompasses the training, it encompasses the mentorship, it encompasses the community, all of them all together. When am I coming to Port Harcourt? I'll be in Port Harcourt March 23. That's the only time I'm coming to Port Harcourt, and that's my first time in southern Nigeria. Anyway, that's my first time in southern Nigeria. So, any other question? Another question before I call it a day? You can make your payment on the account that is displayed. Another question? All right. We can call it a day. Have a great time ahead. Emmanuel Jeremiah, he said, how much can I deposit for the Dotman Design Academy? I said you can deposit any amount that you have. Yes, deposit any amount that you have. I've answered I've answered the question already now. Is there any other question that is asking that I've not answered? I said you can deposit any amount that you have. Yes, if you have 20K, deposit it. If you have 30K, deposit it. Sorry, I mean the price is 25K, right? So if you have 20K, you can deposit it. If you have 15K, you can deposit it. If you have 10K, you can deposit it. If you have 5K, you can deposit it. Yeah. Any other question? Any other question before I call it a day? All right. Have a great time. Someone is already in my DM to make payment. Yeah. Enter my DM, make your payments, send the proof of payment to me, and start your life-changing sessions from today. I'm telling the truth, it's the best investment you make. I'm telling the truth. This year, right, it will be the best investment. In fact, probably the best, probably one of the best investments you have ever made in your life, right? Probably one of the best decisions you have ever made. Probably the best investment. It will probably be the best decision you make in 2024. All right, have a great time. See you at the top. Enter my DM. I mean, what spec of PC? There's no spec of I bought a PC in October last year for 500K, right? PC is much around how much you can afford. What question did you ask? Emmanuel Jeremiah, I've answered your question already. I said you can deposit any amount you have. Did you leave the session before? I said you can deposit any amount you have. Deposit any amount you have. What spec of PC? Your spec of PC that you can buy is much about how much you have as a budget for it, right? How much are you looking for PC? Anyway, we can continue this session on my chat, right? The PC you want to buy is about um how much you have, right? If you have 1 million, I can recommend PC for you. If you have 100K, I can recommend PC for you. If you have 300K, I can recommend PC for you. If you have 700K, I can recommend PC for you. The PC you want to buy is much about how much you are using to look for it. That means how much you're looking for it, how much you have as a budget for it, basically. Another question, Emmanuel Jeremiah, what of 5K? Anyway, you will not be added to the class until you are done with your payment, right? So if that's what you have, you can make the deposit, but that is somewhat too low anyway. But if that's what you have, you can make a deposit. Another question? Do you have any question? All right, since in the absence of question, have a nice rest, have a nice rest, have a nice rest, have a nice rest. Have a nice rest.